saying you two niggas get to go on at it, and I feel like a moderator.
I feel that. All right. Matt, say something real quick
man,
for me.
I want to ask you a question. Did y'all see the documentary? A guy named Lenore. It was a documentary about Umar. Did you see that?
Where is that at?
I didn't see that. Oh wait,
man.
did you tag me in it, brother? Because I think I started to watch it, but I didn't get a
I
chance.
think I may have. Oh man, once you see it, you gotta check it out. It's like shit.
Can you tag me in it because I don't know nothing about that?
I'll just send it to you. But it dude went in. I mean, it's like he hit all facts. I mean, he wasn't like he was lying, and not like he made it up. And it's like, oh man,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it really shine a lot of light on this dude.
How long is the documentary?
It is like an hour long.
Not bad.
It's a documentary. It's called Umar Johnson's War on Black Boys.
Yeah, I think I remember that. I didn't get a chance
You gotta
to watch
it,
it.
Rebecca. I'm gonna send it to you now, Rebecca.
All right.
It is. We get time to look at it, man. It's like shit.
Cool beans. Well, I think we got our audio situation straightened out. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road, shall we?
Put your head in. Get at me. Put your head in.
All right. Welcome to Socially Conscious St. Louis Podcast, episode 57. I'm your host, King David. It's been a while, but we're back to talk that shit, man. We got some good topics to talk about. As always, we have my wonderful co-host, best friend, author, Capricorn, Beaumont graduates.
Blue Jackets!
You ain't got to worry about Beaumont being shut down during coronavirus because the niggas ain't learning nothing anyway. How you doing, Becky?
It's already closed. What's going on?
Yes, indeed. We also have Brother Uhuru, Brother Metu, graphic designer, scholar, man, very intelligent brother, good friend of mine. How you doing, Brother Metu?
Peace and blackness, brother. Good to be black in the building. Appreciate the invitation.
Hey, man, you are family, Metu. You always welcome, brother. If you know anything, what's to happen, bro? You know you can call on me, and I can see about helping you out. So, before we get into the entertainment side of things, I know it has been a while. There's been some things that has happened. Brother Metu has disclosed to me that he has some heavy knowledge about the coronavirus. Is that correct, my dude?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, shoot. I'm gonna just give you the floor, Metu, man. I'm gonna let you drop these receipts on us, brother, and then we'll just chime in accordingly.
Okay, cool. First off, let me give some remedies on how to eradicate it, because these people are not going to tell you how to get rid of it. Let me tell you how to get rid of the coronavirus. So just in case you get it or are affected by it or know somebody, spread the word. This is how you get rid of the coronavirus. This is really how you get rid of a lot of viruses. But what you do is you get you some vinegar, cut you up some onions, and get you some raw peppermint. You stir it up. You put it in some boiling hot water, and while the water is boiling, you put your face towards the steam. Put it on the steam as long as you can. Do that at least 4 or 5 times a day for 3 days, and on the 4th day, it's completely eradicated. That is how you get rid of the coronavirus. So that's some information that you won't get on the daily news. Also, let me tell you about there's a patent on the coronavirus, not this strand of coronavirus, but the coronavirus is just the coronavirus. Now, let me give you some numbers. Let me show you some of my receipts. Now, everybody that's listening, get a chance, get a paper and pen and write this down. So, the patent number is WO 20160 So let's start over. WO 20160 012793A1. That is the patent for the coronavirus. Once you get your chance to look at it, you'll see who made it, who created the coronavirus itself, and more information. I just want to give people something to stand on because those people that say it's man-made, I'm giving you a receipts on it. And there's another patent for it. US 2006257852. Look those two patents up and you'll see the patent number to the coronavirus. But as I said, it's not to this strand, but to know that the coronavirus itself has a patent to it. It's just something to look at and really do your due diligence on. Things
Yeah,
like
question.
the
I'm
things
sorry.
like sorry, say it again.
I said, quick question. When you say W, are you saying O as an aqua or zero?
So I'll start over. W as in Whitney, O as in opera.
Okay.
2016012793. A as in apple and the number one.
Okay. The reason why I asked is for my, and I guess this just goes back to nursing school. Anytime you have a patent, because there's a lot of stuff we learn with that too. You have a patent and the first two letters, sometimes, not always, but typically identifies who the patent belongs to. And if I'm hearing this right, this patent belongs to the World Health Organization.
Well, that's okay. I can go with that. But I'm just giving you information so y'all can do your own research on it.
Okay.
Teach me something. All I can do is give you the pathway. But even with this strand of coronavirus, that's also an invention as well. You can't say that the coronavirus is an invention, but the strand is something in nature.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one patent, and the other one, I repeat, the other one again is US 2006257852. That's the other patent number. But what's interesting is when you look at, because I'm looking at it now, the Clorox wipes. One of the things that it kills, it says on there, human coronavirus. So how long did these people know about this? This ain't something that just happened. And then look at what's going on in Italy. Over 3,000 people so far have died in Italy. So my question becomes, what did Italy do to America and Japan? We already know what Italy has done to Africa. But what has Italy has done to America and China? So that's just a question thrown out there. I don't know the answer, but those are some things that we should also look at. And that's what I got so far.
Now, in regards to Italy, I read an article uh, basically stating that the Venice canals that are so famous are actually cleared up, or at least clearing up to the point where you can actually see through the water. So this basically is a testament of Mother Nature taking back over. So now
Mm-hmm.
the with the gondolas and stuff not moving through the canals, the water has actually cleared up to the point where sea life has started to return. So now you can see the fish. There's like swans and stuff showing up. They even seen dolphins swimming in the canals, which they haven't seen for like 100 years, because with nobody moving in the canals, they're not kicking all the silt and dirt from the bottom up. So now that the water's actually clearing out, so I think that's a positive note. I mean, I'm sorry that 600 plus people died. Well, you know what? I'm not sorry, because Italy was one of them people who sat at that conference and decided to divide up Africa. So honestly, this is probably the ancestors whooping their ass. So I'm not really sorry about that, but I just thought that was a positive note on that. That sea life is returning, and fuck these Caucasians. Metu?
Wow.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Which I am in agreement with you, but I'll quote Brother Malcolm. He said, "What makes them sad makes me glad." This is a case where the chicken come home to roost. And then also on another note, I have people on the ground in Uganda, in Africa, and it's not in Uganda. It's in the neighboring countries, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, but it's not killing anyone because the coronavirus did not exist in warm climate. But there's a myth that's been going on for a long time that we have to bust this myth. One of the myths is people used to say that virus don't exist in cold climate. That is a farce.
I've never heard that before.
Yes, a
If
lot of people, have been. Sorry about that.
I said a virus. I said I've never heard that before in my life. A virus will exist in colder climate any day before it exists in a warmer climate.
Absolutely, but that's a myth that's been going on. You might not have heard it, but it is a myth that has been circulating. I've heard it growing up, and many other people that I know heard it growing up, and we just have to just knock that out because I know that you have an understanding, but a lot of people do not know that. So let's just put that on the table. It does exist in cold climates.
Real spit. Now, speaking on those same lines, dealing with the coronavirus not living in warm climates, I actually seen on Instagram somebody post a video of a doctor talking about how to eradicate the coronavirus. And one of those things to do, if you can find a sauna or a steam room, you know, those saunas and steam rooms are like over like 200 degrees, and you breathe that air in for about 10 minutes and do that a couple of times a day, that warm air coming into your body will actually eradicate the coronavirus.
I've heard that as well, and then also an alternative to that. You're right. You can turn your bathroom into a sauna.
That's true.
Just in
That's
case they
true.
closing the gyms and you can't get to the actual sauna, you just turn the hot water on in your shower and turn your heat on. You can turn your bathroom into a sauna and just sit in there. And within a couple of days, it's gone as well. So that's just an alternative. I agree with you, brother. But another way, as I said before, just get you onion, garlic, and some peppermint. Put it in some water, let it boil, let that heat hit your face a couple of times. Hold it under the steam as long as you can. Do that 4 or 5 times a day for 3 days. The fourth day is completely eradicated.
So you mean to tell me, Metu, that Big Mama can cure the coronavirus? Is that what you telling me?
Yes, it's actually a brother who invented like Father John. You know, there was a brother invented Father John, and they just put a white man's name on it. Black people, we know how to survive. We dealt with whooping cough. We dealt with anthrax. We dealt with uh, H1N1. We dealt with worse.
Right, right. Now, speaking thus, I would like to go on record by saying that um, a dust mask, a surgeon's mask, or any other type of mask will not save you from catching a respiratory illness. I know people are walking around here thinking that you're safe with these little Home Depot masks. It's not going to work. The only way you're going to stop a respiratory virus from getting in your system, you would have to have a full face mask with fresh oxygen coming in. That's the only way. I know people
Yeah,
saying
then a
this.
lot of, and then I love the fact that you talked about that. There's this word they spinning around here called social distancing.
Right.
America has done social distancing before. It's called segregation.
Facts.
It's called white people only. So this is not a new term. It's just that's the meaning of segregation is social distancing.
And the fact that they're mad that black folk aren't catching it like whites and Asians are, which is the reason why Bill Gates and them are trying to go over to Africa. Oh, we got to fight this corona in Africa. Bro, you ain't heard but about two or three cases coming out of Africa. I think both of those were white, like two whites, a Chinese person. It might have been two or three Kenyans that caught it, but I think they recovered really quickly. So
Yeah, because
let's,
what's interesting is like when they get upset about it, it's like, oh, so you want black people to get it?
of course they do. Have you noticed, brother? Rebecca, I don't know if you've noticed this, but all of the cases of people dying and getting deathly sick are black. All the people that they want to put on TV are black. But
You know,
where's the white people that's dying from this disease, the Asians, but you don't want to talk about them. You don't want to put them on TV. You want to
that was
spin the
interesting about it is
narrative and make it
because
seem like it's black folk getting it, when realistically, it's only a handful of black folk that done caught the virus.
and it was
Well,
interesting. The thing about it is if they can put a black face on it, they would, but they
They
can't.
already are.
mm,
But they haven't. So even with it was just Alba. They trying to put it on him and many others, but you don't hear any cases of black people dying of this thing.
And I'm
I
a,
mean, a lot of us we carrying viruses and diseases now and living.
and I wonder about that because now you have somebody like Kevin Durant, who is the best athletes of our time. I'm sure the brother eats right, exercises. Cause I mean, let's just look at the facts now. I don't know his rituals, but you can't do what that man does unless you treat your body like a temple.
mhm.
I'm trying to figure out how all of these healthy black men, including Idris Elba, which I heard has recently cut out like meat and dairy and a bunch of other stuff that we technically don't need. How did he catch the coronavirus?
And what's interesting is when you do your research on this what they call COVID-19, you have
Yeah,
an 80% chance of living.
right. It's those who are basically with weak immune systems are the ones that's really being affected.
Right. But it's just interesting how a lot of this is played. See, what they want to do is they want to usher in martial law and many other things. I read this book. People have been sending me this book. Let me use this book as a reference for those who have never heard of it. Now, there's a book that was published years ago. Let me bring it up. There was a book that was published some years ago. It's called The Eyes of Darkness.
Mm.
And it says, in 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness was spread throughout the globe, attacking the lung and resisting all known treatments. He wrote this in 1981. What was that about?
Sounds
He
to me
dated
like
for
he was a
2020
whistleblower.
in 1981.
Sounds to me like he's a whistleblower.
It's called The Eyes of Darkness.
Rebecca, you still muted.
I was listening to y'all.
Oh, I thought you had something to say.
Mm-mm. I mean, I think people just need to relax, honestly. It's just like y'all said. Only people that it's really affected is people who have weak immune systems. People whose immune systems are already compromised. Folks who got the flu, who had AIDS, et cetera, et cetera. They're more susceptible to die from it.
Right. I mean, people that was almost about to die anyway.
Right. I feel like people just need to treat it like a flu. Like if we for instance, for me, technically I had it when I got sick in January. I was sick in January through February, through the better part of February, right? And I didn't get nobody else sick. I lived with somebody. They didn't get sick. I went to work every day. Nobody I came in contact with got sick. Not a soul. Not a soul. I just feel like, but I also made sure I took care of myself. I made sure I took a lot of vitamins. I made sure that I ate the right stuff. I made sure that I drank plenty of water, stayed hydrated. I made sure I practiced good hygiene. I'm just saying, I'm already the type person where I don't cough on people. I don't cough in my hand. I cough underneath my shirt on my jacket because everybody knows how saliva can, you sneeze hard enough, it can fly a few wide feet. So I'm just saying, like, people just need to relax. I feel like a lot of the doctors that came out and went off on the media was 100% accurate. Dr. Drew snapped because he was like, before the media decided to report on this, like they were working out a game plan, and they made it a lot worse and made people paranoid because people who watch the news, some of them they take it at face value. Oh, did you see the news is epidemic? Probably, like, say for instance, I got somebody who's on my team at my job. She's new, and she's already a hypochondriac. So the worst thing that could have ever happened to her is the coronavirus. So now we got to like try to calm her down every day because she ready to leave because she paranoid that somebody in the room got the coronavirus. Somebody clear their throat, somebody scratched their arm, she flipping. Oh, what's that? What's going on? Like, I'm just saying, people need to chill out. It ain't that big of a deal. It really isn't.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. But see, the thing is, we have definitely survived worse. Let me give you some receipts. In 2001 was anthrax. 2002 was the West Nile virus. 2003 was the SARS. 2005 was the bird flu. 2006 was Ebola. 2009 was the swine flu. 2014 was Ebola. 2014 was H1N1. 2016 was the Zika virus. Now 2020, the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
Calm down, everyone.
And that's my thing.
Over this shit, they act the worst about this than they did when the AIDS epidemic hit.
I mean, Zika was worse.
Right.
That's my thing. Every so often, there's a new virus that comes out. What you niggas panicking for? It's always something. I remember Y2K came in and they told everybody that, the clock's gonna roll back and we gonna go back to the dark ages. And everybody got scared. And at 12 o'clock, what happened? Nothing happened.
Just like in 2012, they said the Mayans said the end of the world was gonna happen.
Yep.
Oh yeah, especially after that movie that came out in 2012, people was panicking.
Mm-hmm.
See, what we have to do as a people, as melanated people around the world, we have to we have to really be vigilant because a lot of this time, a lot of stuff, it's the Chinese man fighting the white man, and we get in between that. Nah, don't get in between that. That's a family feud. We don't have no dog in that fight.
And that's real because China says America brought it over. America says China brought it over. I think both of them motherfuckers had something to do with it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Right, because look at China. China said they don't have no more cases now.
Allegedly.
Oh, well, that's what they say. But
I get it. That's what they say. I don't necessarily
that's what they
believe
say.
that because
China was business as usual a week after.
As black people, we have an immune. We can adjust to stuff. See, I remember I went to the hospital because a friend of mine had cancer. I've seen white people in the ICU over a cold, a mere cold. I'm like, shit, you about to die over a cold? I've never heard of a black person in the ICU over a cold. We can deal with a cold. They can't even deal with, because their immune system is weak. That's why they the ones got to take all this medicine. I'm not saying that black people are perfect, but goddamn, look at the sickness in the white community. They carry diseases. They get lice. That's why any place they go, they decimate the community when people try to amalgamate themselves with these people. They carry the German measles and chicken pox and small. That come from them.
But
there's something in nature.
Look at what they doing though. Okay, let's think about it. During the Dark Ages, you had what's called the Black Plague or the bubonic plague, where they were living, basically sleeping next to their animals, all in the house, doing God knows what, because the European or Eastern Asian or Western Asian, I guess you could say, is a nasty individual. So it took the Moors to come in there and teach them how to bathe and wash themselves and use proper hygiene and put them animals outside in order for them to eradicate the virus. Now fast forward that to 2020. You have the coronavirus. You go to the store, everybody's buying hand sanitizer and toilet paper. But nobody's buying soap. Nobody's buying Dial. Nobody's buying Dove.
Fruits, vegetables, vitamins. Ain't nobody buying none of that stuff.
Because the white man would rather use hand sanitizer than to dip his hand in some water.
I see.
Because even in Europe, before the Moors came in, it's documented that they cleanest queen took a bath one time a year.
I hate to say, I hate to kind of confirm that because I had to send an email out to my team because I'm not going to mention no names, but it was a younger white girl, and she went to the bathroom and some other white people found out that she didn't wash her hands after she came out the bathroom. And she figured out that they were basically new, but they couldn't say they knew it was her. So she came back in the room and started using like a crap ton of sanitizer.
It's just like with us as a people, as black people. We have what's known as hot spots. Even the planet has hot spots. So like when we under your arms, between your leg, your feet, we got hot spots that we just hit and we good to go. White people have to have a whole entire body spray.
That's true.
A whole body spray. Because that stuff comes from them. There's a very good book called Dirt, and it talks about the history of Europeans. They said that the women in Europe during the Dark Age was so dirty that not even the fires of hell can clean them.
That's disgusting.
That's what they said. This is not what I said. This is what they used to use Portuguese urine as mouthwash.
Oh my God. That is, oh my God.
That's history that they don't want to tell you. They want to hide their history and then take your history and tell you whatever they want to.
That is trifling, bro.
Yo, that's horrible, G.
That's horrible. That's trifling.
Look it up.
I'm just piss in the cup and wash my mouth out with it. Okay, cool.
It's fresh.
Take this piss. I wash my mouth out. Okay, yeah.
Oh, can we just skip past? Can we skip past? I can't.